Brené Brown says, let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. For 30 over years of my life, self-compassion was non-existent. And for 20 over years, all I cared about was my self-esteem. My precious ego has to be protected at all costs. Hi there, I'm Joylink. I empower she's to smash limiting stories and to anchor in strengths-based identity with the She Pathway. The She Pathway offers you wisdom from positive psychology and psychotherapy in practical and bite-sized nuggets so that you can heal and empower yourselves in real time for immediate benefits. Welcome to the 3 minutes of She Pathway episode 4, Self-Esteem versus Self-Compassion. I grew up with a victim mentality. My identity was I was unworthy and unlovable since I was a child. And that drove me to be a high achiever. I was always chasing for the high distinctions, and I made sure that I'm always among the top achievers in whatever that I do. But that's because my self-esteem was in jeopardy if, heaven forbid, I fail in any of my endeavors. I needed to feel worthy and special at the expense of love and connection with others. Feels familiar? I built my self-esteem in the most unhealthy way, and I was very successful at it. Self-compassion? Never heard of it. Contingent self-worth refers to a sense of self-esteem that depends on success or failure, on approval or disapproval. It could be in the areas of personal attractiveness, peer approval, competition with others, work or school success, family support, feeling virtuous, or even God's love. Which ones did you resonate with? Two important points. Firstly, research has shown that our self-concept is not our actual self. It is simply a representation. It's a portrayal, sometimes accurate, but more often than not wildly inaccurate because it is actually a portrayal of our habitual thoughts, feelings, and behavior. And when we identify so strongly with our mental self-portrait, then that it must paint a positive rather than a negative picture of ourselves, then it starts to feel like it's a matter of life and death. Two, self-esteem is more strongly influenced by the perceived judgment of strangers than close friends and family. So why should we be swayed by the opinions of the people who don't really know us and who doesn't care about us? Are you worshipping the God of self-esteem? Unlike self-esteem, the good feelings from self-compassion do not depend on being special or being above average or on meeting your ideal goals. Instead, they come from a place of caring for ourselves, fragile and imperfect, yet magnificent as we are. Rather than pitting ourselves against other people, we embrace what we share with others and feel connected and whole. More importantly, the good feelings from self-compassion stays when we mess up or when things go wrong. In fact, self-compassion steps in precisely when self-esteem lets us down, whenever we fail or when we feel inadequate. But the good news is self-compassion and self-esteem do tend to go together. If you're self-compassionate, you tend to have higher self-esteem than if you are endlessly self-critical. However, self-compassion offers clear advantage over self-esteem when things go wrong or when our egos are threatened. Self-compassion tends to come to the rescue. So place your mindful attention on what nourishes you. Focus on nurturing self-compassion. And catch my conversation with Carol and Vasala about our personal experiences and observations about She's with Self-Compassion at the She's Strong and Sassy Show episode 5, available on the She's Strong and Sassy Facebook page. And also joined in for a masterclass, Enhance the Wonder Woman in You. It's a series of masterclass to support and to help you develop your confident and compassionate self. So be exposed to the secrets, not just behind building resilience from me, but also from Marty about emotional intelligence, and Laura about the 3 mega trends empowering women in business today. So email to superpack@gmail.com for more information. Brene Brown says, let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. Be well, be strong, and be superpower activated with the She Pathway. This is Joy Ling with you on every step of the She Pathway.